Let's look at some problems on limits at essential discontinuities. Let's look at the first one. Limit as x approaches minus 2 from the positive side of minus x square by 2x plus 4. So here what we can do is take 2 common out. So minus comes out, 1 by 2 comes out, and we are left with limit as x approaches minus 2 from the positive side of x square times the limit as x approaches minus 2 from the positive side of 1 by x plus 2. Okay, so now remember here you have the number line 0, minus 1, minus 2. From the positive side means this. So this would be 1.99. So x approaches minus 2 from the positive side implies that x plus 2, that is minus 1.99 plus 2, is going to be greater than 0, right? So that means this is going to be greater than 0. So which means now in this case we can do direct substitution. So this becomes minus 2 square is 4 times 1 by, this is going to become very small positive number. So which means 1 by a very small number means it is going to be infinity. Minus half times 4 times infinity is minus infinity. Okay. So this is our first problem. Let's look at the second problem. Limit as x approaches minus 1 from the left hand side of x plus 3 by x square plus 4x plus 3. Let's see whether we can simplify this. Limit as x approaches minus 1 from the left hand side of x plus 3 by x plus 3 x plus 1. 3 ones 3, 3 plus 1 4. X plus 3 cancels and we are left with limit as x approaches minus 1 from the left hand side of 1 by x plus 1. Now x approaches minus 1 from the left hand side means this is 1, this is minus 1, this is 0. From the left hand side means from this side. That means it is going to be minus 1.001 kind of thing. So this implies minus 1.001 plus 1, which is equal to minus 0.001. That means x plus 1 is going to be less than 0, right? That means it is going to be a negative number. So when we take the limit, what happens? 1 by a very small number, which is less than 0. That means a very small negative number. So that means this will be minus infinity. Okay. Third one. Limit as x approaches minus 2 from the positive side of x minus 2 by x square plus 4x plus 4. Here let's simplify this. So limit as x approaches minus 2 from the positive side of x minus 2, the denominator becomes x plus 2 square. So x approaches minus 2 from the positive side means x plus 2, would it be less than or greater than? So let's take a very a particular value. So minus 2 from positive side means 1.999. Minus 1.999 plus 2 would give us a positive number. So that means it is going to be greater than 0. So which means this is going to, the numerator we can directly do substitution, minus 4 times the square of this would be much more small, right? So 1 by a very small number will give us infinity, a very small positive number. So which means this is going to be minus infinity. Okay, fourth one, limit as x approaches minus 3 from the negative side of minus 1 by x plus k. So here x approaches minus 3 from the minus side means what? X would be of the form minus 3.001 kind of, plus 3 will make it minus 0.001. So a very small negative number. So which implies that this is going to be minus of minus infinity, which is equal to infinity. Okay. Fifth one, limit as x approaches 1 from the negative side of 3 by x minus 1. So x approaches minus 1, no, not minus 1, 1 from the negative side implies that it is going to be 0.999 minus 1. So that means x minus 1 is going to be less than 0, a very small quantity. So this can be written as limit 3 times the limit as x approaches 1 from the negative side of 1 by x minus 1. 3 times minus infinity, which is equal to minus infinity. Okay, let's look at the sixth one. Limit as x approaches 2 from the positive side of x square by 2x minus 4. Now, here in the denominator, we can take 2 common out. So 1 by 2, limit as x approaches 2 from the positive side of x square by x minus 2. Now, x approaches 2 from the positive side means it is going to be 2.01. So that means x minus 2. So 2.01 minus 2 is going to be greater than a very small number in the denominator. So which means this would be 1 by 2 times infinity. So which means infinity. Actually, we should also, we can, numerator, we can do direct substitution. So that would be 4 to 2 times infinity is infinity. Okay. Next, seventh one. Now, seventh one, we are going to change gears. Okay. And that is limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the positive side of minus cot of 2x. Okay, don't panic. Let's convert this. So x approaches pi by 2 from the positive side of minus cos 2x times limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the positive side of 1 by sine 2x. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. We can do direct substitution. So minus cos 2 times pi by 2. 2 cancels. So cos pi is minus 1 plus 1. Okay. So that is taken care of. Now let's look at this. Now this is going to be a little bit different. So let's actually, sine 0 is 0. It is going to be like this. Right? So it will go like this. So now what happens? Pi by 2 is going to be here from the positive side. So from the positive side, just before pi by 2, it will be, or just after pi by 2, it will be negative. Negative, very small number. So that means minus infinity. 1 by very small number. So that means this is going to be minus of cos pi is minus 1 times minus infinity, which is equal to 1 times minus infinity, which is equal to minus infinity. Let's look at the eighth one. Limit as x approaches pi by 2 of 2 cosec of 2x. Right? If we substitute pi by 2 directly, what happens? 2 times pi by 2 is pi, and cosec is 1 by sine. So sine of pi is 0. So in the denominator, we'll end up with 0. So not correct. So let's take it step by step. Limit as x approaches pi by 2 of 2, we can take it out. This we can write it as 1 by sine 2x. Okay. 2x, 2 times pi by 2 is pi. So let's again take so here we are, it is not specified. So that means we have to look at it from both the sides. So from the positive side, it will be what? Just here. And from this side, it will be just here. So from the left hand side it will be positive, from the right hand side it will be negative. So which means we need to split this into limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the positive side of 1 by sine 2x. So here I should not actually do this. So let's take it from the positive side. This would be what? It would be minus infinity. Now limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the negative side of 1 by sine 2x is equal to, here if you notice, it is positive. So this would be positive. See, this multiplying it by 2 doesn't have any impact. So since LHL, left hand limit, is not equal to the RHL, therefore no limit exists. Okay. Let's look at the ninth one. Limit as x approaches minus 2 from the negative side of minus 1 by x plus 2. So here again, as x approaches minus 2 from the negative side, implies what? From the negative side means it is going to be minus 2.01 plus 2. So minus. So x plus 2 is going to be less than 0. So which implies that this is going to be minus of minus infinity, which is equal to infinity. Okay, now 10th one. Limit as x approaches pi by 4 of 2 tan 2x. Now here what will happen? Again, let's first make it simpler. As x approaches pi by 4 of 2 times sine 2x by cos 2x. Now here if you notice, cos of 2 times pi by 4 is pi by 2 and cos pi by 2 is 0. So denominator can't be 0. So let's take 2 out. So limit as x approaches pi by 4 of sine 2x times limit as x approaches pi by 4 of 1 by cos 2x. Okay. Now this is going to be 2 times pi by 4 is pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 is 1. So 1. Now here in the denominator it becomes 0. Right? Cos of 2 times pi by 4 is pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 is 0. So what do? We have to evaluate it from both the sides. So cos will be what? Like this. So it will go like this, it will go like this, it will go like this, and it will go like this. Okay. Now cos pi by 2 is going to be this. So from the positive side, if we come, it is going to be negative. And if we come from this side, it will be, here it will be positive, here it will be negative. Right? So which means limit as x approaches pi by 4 from the positive side of 1 by cos 2x is equal to, from the positive side, it is going to be negative. So minus infinity. Whereas limit as x approaches pi by 4 from the minus side of 1 by cos 2x is equal to, here if you notice it is positive. So this is going to be infinity. So there is no single result. So which means this is undo. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, no limit. Okay. Next one, 11th one. Limit as x approaches minus 2 from the negative side of 2 by x plus 2. Okay. This we can write it as 2 times the limit as x approaches minus 2 from the negative side of 1 by x plus 2. X approaches minus 2 from the negative side means what? This is going to be minus 2.001. That means the x plus 2 is going to be less than 0. That means it is going to be negative. So that means 2 times minus infinity, which is minus infinity. That is 11th. Now let's look at the 12th one. Limit as x approaches minus 5 on the positive side of cosec 2x. Okay. Now, if we do direct substitution, remember this is 1 by sine. So this will become minus 2 pi. So minus 2 pi is as good as 0. So sine 0 is 0. So denominator will be 0. So that is not acceptable. So we can't do direct substitution. So which means let's first write it as limit as x approaches minus pi from the positive side of 1 by sine 2x. Okay. Now here uh, x approaches minus pi from the positive side means what? So let's take sine. So sine will go like this. So if we are coming to minus pi, let's say this is minus pi from the positive side. That means just before minus pi, it will be here. That means it is going to be negative. So that means this is going to be minus. Okay. 13th one. Limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 of minus seconds. Okay, this can be written as limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 of 1 minus 1 by cos x. Cos minus pi by 2 is going to be 0. So we can't do direct substitution. So let's look at the cos. So it will go like this. It will go like this. This will go like this. Now we are going to minus pi by 2, right? So minus pi by 2 is this. If we come from this side, right hand side, this will be positive. From the left hand side, it will be negative. Right? So limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 from the negative side of minus 1 by cos x is going to be minus of, if we take this minus out, then let's do one thing. Let's just focus on 1 by cos x. So in which case this will become from the negative side, from the left hand side, it will be negative. So minus in. Now limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 from the positive side of 1 by cos x would be equal to infinity. So which means we don't even have to bother with this minus 1, the numerator. But even if we take that, it will be minus 1 times minus infinity from the left hand side and minus 1 times infinity from the right hand side. So that means this will be infinity and this will be minus, which means left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. So therefore no limit exists. Okay. Let's look at the 14th one. Is it the 14th one? Yes. Now limit as x approaches pi of cosec x. Pretty straightforward. This one is to pi of 1 by sine. So again, start doing this. What happens is as you keep drawing it, it will tend to stick. Okay. So pi. So let us say pi is this. So if pi is this, then what does it mean? It means from the positive side, it will be negative, and from the negative side, it will be positive. So which means from the positive side, it will be equal to infinity. No, minus infinity. And limit as x approaches pi from the negative side of 1 by sine x is equal to infinity. So again here, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. So therefore no limit exists. Okay. 15th one, limit as x approaches pi by 2 of tan x. Okay. So what happens here? Uh, Again, we can write this as limit as x approaches pi by 2 sine of x by cos of x. So here if you notice cos of pi by 2 is 0. So let's do this. Let's split it up. Pi by 2 of sine of x, which will be 1 times limit as x approaches pi by 2 of 1 by cos x. Okay. So this will be 1 times the limit of this. Now here cos again will be like this. So here what will happen? If we are coming from this side, it will be negative. If we are coming from this side, it will be negative. Sorry, it will be positive on this side, and right hand side if we come, it will be negative. So again, which means that uh, and we can't do direct substitution because cos pi by 2 is 0. So which means, so the way we will write it is limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the positive side, from the right hand side, it is going to be minus infinity. And limit as x approaches pi by 2 from the negative side, it will be positive infinity. So which means again that no limit exists. Okay. 16th one, limit as x approaches 2 from the positive side of minus x square by 2x minus 4. So again we can simplify this by taking minus 1 by 2 out. So limit x approaches 2 from the positive side of x square times the limit as x approaches 2 from the positive side of 1 by x minus. This will be 1 by 2. Here we can do direct substitution. So 2 square is 4 times, and here x approaches 2 from the positive side. That means 2.01 minus 2 is going to give us a positive very small number. So that means this is going to be infinity. So anything multiplied by infinity is infinity. 17th one. Now limit as x approaches 3 from the positive side of x minus 1 by x square minus 4x plus 3. Okay, limit as x approaches 3 from the positive side of x minus 1 by, let's factorize this, x 3 1, so minus 3 plus 1. Is that what it is going to be? No, this should also be minus. So which is equal to x minus 1 cancels, and we have limit as x approaches 3 from the positive side of 1 by x minus 3. From the positive side, if it approaches, that means what? 3.01, 3.001, 3.0001. That means the denominator is going to be a positive small number, which means 1 by a very small number is going to be infinity. Okay, finally, 18th one, limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 of minus cot 2x. So here again, let's first simplify this. Limit as x approaches minus pi by 2 of minus, we can take it out. This becomes cos 2x by sine 2x. Okay, so here important thing is the denominator part, sine 2x. So if we draw the graph, now this is going to be pi, minus pi. So if it is minus pi, what happens if we are coming from the right hand side? Okay, actually the question says plus, right? If it is plus, then plus means from this side. That means it will be negative. So which means irrespective of what the cos 2x is, this would be minus infinity, which is equal to infinity. If it was minus from the minus side, it would have been positive. So positive infinity times minus would have been minus. So be clear about this. Okay, so that's it. Bye.